Hey, welcome to or welcome back to my channel, IndieAuthor Jill. If you're new here, I read and review books by indie authors or self-published authors, and today we are looking at the Weipa Crocodile. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. By Victoria Reiby. Reiby. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Um, Honestly, say I didn't hate the book. I know that sounds dubious, doesn't it? But no, like I like murder mysteries. That's kind of one of the first things got me into murder writing and reading is murder mysteries. Actually, the one of the things that made me decide that I wanted to be an author was sitting on my grandmother's front room floor watching old episodes of Murder She Wrote, and I honestly thought that that was the typical that was a normal expectation of being a writer is that you uh, get to go around your community solving murder mysteries and teaching classes and traveling all around the world. And I thought, well, that sounds like something I want to do. So I actually saw Murder She Wrote as, oh, that is how writer life works. It's not at all. Or at least that hasn't been my experience with it. But I also am when I was a kid I was obsessed with Australia. So this kind of meets two of my childhood obsessions of murder mysteries and Australia. And then like I said when I picked the book I'm always a sucker for lightning on the front of a cover. I don't know why, I just think it's cool. So the story is Walt is a big time, like he's a rich man, and he is found dead in his home, and everything looks normal, you know. The I will say the only problem that the thing that I struggled with in this book is um 1 minute. My niece is calling. Hello. Okay, go around back. Tim is out back. Okay, I'll be there in a minute. I uh, I gotta make this quick. My niece and her family are here, and we're having a fire in the backyard. And I was gonna try and make this quick before they got here, but they're here, so I gotta go. But um, the Weipa crocodile, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I don't know. But yeah, the biggest problem I had with it was just the prose. Uh, Victoria is really good about waxing poetic about everything. This is an author who obviously loves life and sees the beauty in everything. She describes the rains at when it's raining. She describes the rain as being tears of heaven, and like the way she describes things is, like I said, very poetic, and I liked that. But it was hard to distinguish who you were supposed to be rooting for because she treats all of her characters very equally in giving them um she gives them a good backstory, and you really feel for Bruce and you really feel for Walt. And like I said, Walt, when he dies, like there are some authors, okay, that will, when they start waxing poetically about stuff, like if if you walk into a room, they will spend several pages, at least paragraphs, if not 3 pages, just describing the one room. And Victoria does a really good job. She does something really wonderful here, where she is able to wax poetic about the room that the police have walked in without taking away from the gravity of the situation, and without pausing the story, without taking you out of the story at all. And so you're walking through this house with the police, and you're kind of getting um a combination of her view and the police officers take on the trappings of the house, of the decor and the color and whatnot. And when they discover Walt, he's dead, and he's been dead in his own bed. There's no sign of forced entry. There's no signs of foul play. The coroner comes, and he's like, "Okay, well," the doctor comes, and he's treated the man before. He looks in his medical history, and he says, "No, he just died as a combination of all these things that happened to him, between his health and his lifestyle and the drinking and a terrible diet. It finally just caught up to him, and he died of natural causes." But Phil, the senior cop on this, is not convinced. He's like, "There is something in my gut telling me that there's something wrong here." And what I love about Phil is that it doesn't matter what everybody else is telling him. He is really good about following his gut. So if his gut says there is something wrong, there is something wrong, and he is like a dog on a bone. And this is kind of what makes him a really good cop. That he will not let it go until he finds out what's wrong, what that niggling feeling is, because until that goes away and everything sets right, he's not going to be able to rest. Davo, or David, everybody calls him Davo, is his partner. He's a little bit more young. He's a lot more younger. He's still fresh on the force and everything. So he doesn't really understand. He's still learning to get his gut feelings and how all of this works. Then you have Gladys. I love Gladys. She just, every time she showed up on the page, I was smiling. She's very gossipy, but she's also, she's got this weird little balance between being gossipy and being um she's just kind of like that girl in school. If you remember the girl in high school that everybody loved and nobody really had anything against. Gladys was that kind of girl, but she's also very professional. So she goes back and forth between like, she's also a very, like, she's also got some pretty good instincts about things, because even um when she gets the call, she's like, "Okay, it's written off as a natural causes, but I don't know about that." Um, then you got Bruce. He is very concerned with his homelands, as it says on the back of the book, and his ancestry. He's um very connected to the land and the spirit of the land. He wears a crocodile totem, a totem around his neck. It's a crocodile tooth on kangaroo leather. Um, but you can tell, like, it gets even more. Victoria's uh, prose gets even more poetic when she's talking from Bruce's point of view, which makes a lot of sense because Bruce is very connected to the land, and so uh he doesn't take wisdom just from the people around him. He'll also take it from the land around him, and from his communion with his ancestors. Um, I don't want to give too much away because it, just like I said, she treats everybody. She gives you backstories to where you feel like you understand the value of the humans involved in this story, and you, like, even when um even when the people who, even when justice is served, you still feel a little bit um of compassion for people who are getting what they deserve. Even though they deserve it, you feel like, I wish it hadn't come to this. I wish there had been another way for you. um but yeah, I think like I said, I think she does a really good job, despite the poetic prose. And like I said, there's going to be people that are going to read this and they're going to be like, I love the way she has with words. For me, I'm very nitty gritty type person. I just get me into the action, get me into um uh but like it's hard because it's like I feel like I don't know that the story could be told as well without the prose that she used, because like yeah, you could have told it the same way by just saying, oh, they walked into the house and found the dead body, but it wouldn't really tell the like without the way she talks about the house and everything. There's so much about it that like she plants the clues right there of this is what's wrong, this is what's out of place. Did you catch it? And if you didn't catch it, you kind of feel like, oh, I should have caught that, like but yeah, and she slips it in so well that it's like it's there, it is absolutely there, but I didn't catch it like I should have. But yeah, definitely, like I said, it's a whodunit. It's a mystery. I'm not going to ruin it for anybody. Uh, Link for that will be in the description down below. Um, but yeah, very well written, I think. Um, and this is only one. This is only part one. So like it just there are certain um like I said, there's just certain points that if she hadn't waxed poetically about certain things, then it wouldn't have the weight that it had. Um, but if she waxed poetically about those things and not other things, then it would feel disjointed. It would feel unoriginal. It would feel inauthentic. So, but yes, definitely, this will make you feel things. This will break you. This will wreck you. This will destroy you. So if you're looking to cry and feel things and just be completely destroyed and have it done with beautiful poetic imagery, this is the book for you. Like I said, the link will be in the description below. The next book I'm going to be reading is Christmas Down Under. You won't see this review until December. Um, so I did the board game, but as I was doing the board game, I decided to do four for this one. And when I was filming it, I realized after I got done that I had not hit record. So, the first prompt, what the first one was chance, and it was um, choose six books and roll a dice, and then whichever one you get, that's the one you read. And that's how I got. Oh, actually, that's how I got Barrel Blue and Time Cop. Then the next one was features an island country, and that was Christmas Down Under. And a character with a unique career. Lacey goes to Tokyo. She's kind of an international spy, but also is under the guise of a um, intel, CIA intel. And then the next roll took me to more than 100 pages, and I chose incremental improvements. Um, But the next one I want to read is the Christmas Down Under. So I don't necessarily have to read these in any order. I don't think I have to read them in order. Um, so I've decided to read Christmas Down Under first. Um, the next time I play the game, I will try to remember to make sure that the camera is actually filming, um, so that you guys can see that. My apologies, but uh, I gotta go. There is a fire and some marshmallows and a niece waiting for me. Bye.